What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the possibility of farming the VEX. There's a lot of rumours roaming around on Reddit, so in this video today, we're going to squash those once and for all. So be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Now, each and every week in Destiny, we now get a new featured raid and dungeon. As part of that, we get exclusive pinnacle rewards from completing the final boss, helping us on our power grind throughout the course of Season 17. Now, each of these featured raids also have their own exclusive exotics. Last week, we saw the Deepstone Crypt return to rotation, and with that, the Eyes of Tomorrow was available. And once again, there were rumours around on Reddit that you could in fact farm the Eyes of Tomorrow. So with that in mind, we're jumping into the Vault of Glass this week to squash the rumours once and for all. And can you actually farm the VEX even after you complete it on your characters once per week? Now, in order to unlock the VEX Mythoclast, you need to defeat Atheon, who is the final boss inside the Vault of Glass raid. Now, in terms of other possible rewards, you can also get the Pradist Revenge Sniper Rifle, the Corrective Measure Machine Gun, the Hazen Vengeance Rocket Launcher, as well as the Helmet and Chest Piece, which all have a chance to drop as part of the final chest. Now, with the introduction of featured raids, it was first thought that only legendary items were farmable, and the exotic itself was excluded from these changes. Now, VEX is one of the rarest exotic raid weapons currently available in the game, with a very low drop chance, something of less than 2%. So should a weapon like VEX be farmable, it would be a very desirable weapon indeed. Now, to help try and validate this, I did get my team together and run multiple Vault of Glass checkpoints earlier today. We ran 11 in total, and throughout the course of all 11 runs, not a single member of our fire team managed to bag the VEX. Now, in the grand scheme of things, 11 runs isn't too many, and with the low drop chance on VEX, it was always going to be unlikely that we would see one drop. Now, with that being said, massive shout out to Toxic Legend over on Xbox. Now, Toxic Legend has ran a total of 13 Vault of Glasses on his Warlock alone, and after his 5th run this week, he was fortunate enough to get his hands on the VEX Mythoclast. Now, to help validate that this clip is in fact from this particular raid, I did a lot of research and looked through every raid run and all the Guardians that were included. Now, out of the 13 runs that Toxic ran on his Warlock, only 2 of them consisted of a Guardian called Thor. One of those times he was running a Warlock, and the final time he was running a Titan. And if we replay this clip, we can see Thor is in fact in this run, and he is in fact running his Titan. So with that in mind, we can absolutely confirm that this clip is from his 5th run of the week on his Warlock. So it's with that in mind, it's not just the legendary loot that you can farm from this particular checkpoint, that VEX also has a small chance to drop when completing the raid each and every time. Now, your first completion of the week will grant you an additional pinnacle reward, and outside that, you can continue to farm it to your heart's content, either for legendary gear or, as we can see here, VEX Mythoclast. But as always guys, be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Have you managed to get your hands on the VEX Mythoclast, and are you planning to farm this throughout the course of the week? Now, to aid you guys on the Atheon farming, we're going to break down the best strategies and loadout to use to ensure you're getting a 1 phase each and every time. This will help speed up your farming, get your hands on loads of legendary loot, and increase your chances of getting your hands on the VEX Mythoclast. Now, the first thing to do here is to ensure you have an Atheon checkpoint. You can either get this via an LFG group via Discord, or if you run it fresh with your regular fire team, you can even hold this checkpoint on another character. Now, if you're new to holding checkpoints, you'll first need to start the encounter itself, and the entire fire team needs to wipe. This will then save the checkpoint on that particular character. So from here, one member of the fire team will swap to a different Guardian. They'll join back on the raid group, and once they've joined, we'll start their encounter again, and once again wipe in to save the checkpoint on that 7th additional character. This will mean we can use this character each and every time to load back into the raid, and the entire fire team can join back, meaning we can farm the checkpoint over and over again. So that's a quick look on how you can hold the checkpoint, but what's the quickest way to defeat Atheon and ensure an efficient 1 phase? Now, naturally, you will need 6 players in your fire team. You can defeat Atheon with just 5, but it will likely be a 2 phase. Now, in terms of fire team efficiency, the most efficient way to do this is to run as many Warlocks as you possibly can, all ideally running Starfire Protocol. Starfire Protocol comes with Fusion Harness, where fusion grenades have an additional grenade charge and recharge from empowered weapon damage. You can effectively just stand in a well and repeatedly throw your fusion grenades over and over again. Now, to make your fusion grenades even more lethal, make sure you have the Touch of Flame solar aspect equipped, and this will ensure that your fusion grenades will explode twice on your target, dealing double the damage. Now, if you can't run a Warlock, Titans are very strong indeed. You'll most definitely want to run your Thunder Crash and pair this with the Crest of the Burning Star. This still deals incredible damage, especially to Atheon, and is a great alternative if you can't run a Warlock. Now, to help improve your efficiency of a one phase, we had one member of the fire team running Divinity, and this helps all the fusion grenades do even more damage, or helps members of the fire team who don't have a grenade charge and are using other weapons to help increase their damage too. Now, in terms of my weapon loadout here, I'm running Fatebringer, but you can run any kinetic weapon that you like. I paired this with the Cartesian Coordinate because this is a fantastic DPS weapon, but also is excellent for taking out the oracles if you are teleported. And the final weapon that I'm using is Galahorn. Now, this is a high risk weapon because you want to make sure you don't fire this into the back of any members of your fire team, but it's a great way of dealing quick damage, especially when you're waiting for your fusion grenade to recharge. Now, when you kick off the Atheon fight, 3 members of your fire team will be teleported either to Venus or Mars. Now, you can work out if this is on the left and the right fairly easily, as left has 4 letters, the same as Mars, and right has 5 letters, the same as Venus. So if you are outside and are doing the callouts of the oracles, it makes it easy for you to identify exactly which portal you need to open. Now, you can open the portal by one member of the fire team standing on the plate, and they'll need to stand on that pillar to ensure they're not taken out by any of the supplicants. Now, whilst that guardian is opening the VEX portal, there are 3 waves of oracles that we need to communicate. Now, 3 oracles will appear, and these need to be called out clearly so those that have been teleported can defeat the right oracles in the right order. Now, me and my fire team like to use numbers, so we use 1, 2, and 3 for the oracles on the stairs the furthest away from us, and 4, 5, 6 going from left to right for the 3 oracles that are closest to us. This helps the 3 guardians inside identify exactly where the oracle is, whether it's at the front or the back, and if there are multiple oracles in those areas, which one they need to shoot first. Now, once you've successfully defeated 3 waves of oracles, you'll see a prompt on screen saying guardians make their own fate. Now, the guardians outside that were keeping the portal open and doing the callouts can already position themselves on the VEX portal on top of the stairs right next to Atheon. With that in mind, they can have a well waiting, with the relic holder cleansing those that have been inside just after they leave the VEX portal. This will help ensure that no one is blind while they're trying to deal damage to Atheon, allowing us to deal as much damage as possible. Now, during the damage phase, there are 2 key things to remember. Now, the relic holder will need to hold up the barrier to cleanse the fire team continuously, which allows them to deal extra damage, but there's also a detainment you need to be aware of which will affect one member of your fire team, and they'll need to quickly leave the group to ensure they don't detain the entire fire team. The best way we found to make sure you don't detain the entire group is to run directly towards Atheon. This puts you directly in the line of fire to the entire fire team, and they can quickly break that detainment, allowing you to get back to the well and continue to deal damage. Now, during the course of the damage phase, the divinity user will be beaming down on Atheon, increasing everyone's damage output. All the damage output should be prioritizing the fusion grenades, and these will be dealing incredible amounts of damage. If you find yourself needing to wait for a fusion grenade charge, then fire your Galahorn or linear fusion rifle and take advantage of the extra buff that the divinity is providing. Now, if you can synchronize all these things together, you should be able to pull off an easy one phase. Now, if you can pull this off, each run will take no longer than 5 minutes, allowing you to maximize your time and also those awesome rewards that can drop from the final chest. Now, once you've completed your fight and grabbed your loot, if you're looking to run it again, you simply need to load in on that additional 7th Guardian that we saved the Atheon checkpoint on, and the rest of the fire team can join you. Once all the fire team has joined up, you can leave and change your character and join back on your raid group before rallying the flag and going again. So there we have it, guys. Hopefully validation on whether VEX Mythoclast is in fact farmable, and also the best way to do it to ensure those crispy one phases. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump into the game as always, guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.